Hello everyone and welcome back to another edition of West Ham Fan TV's Post-Match Pint, the only West Ham United post-match football show on the internet. It's been a long time on the table.
I know, mate.
We've just come back from the London Stadium where it was West Ham 4, Ipswich 1. Relieved is what I am. It is relieved. Weren't perfect, but...
Hey, mate, win's a win, isn't it? You know, at the end of the day, we all said in the build-up to this game when we were chatting on Friday Night Pint, when I'd done a preview, you know, we're all sitting there saying, win at all costs. And we won, and we put a performance in.
Well, this is the thing, like, because I've seen some people grumble about it, because for spells of the game, we didn't look great. But you win 4-1, what more can you ask for? Like, how many games are you going to look at and say, for a solid 90 minutes, your team was excellent? There's not many teams that can go and say that.
Sorry. No, I was just
Who's waiting to say something though?
What? I've got something to say. So yeah, I think people are probably just getting a little bit too critical. You win 4-1 at home, you've got to be happy. Of course, we'll talk about certain negatives, but ultimately we needed that. I said we got to put a team to the sword. Yeah, and we've done that today.
Yeah, exactly. And mate, that was the main thing. Was, you know, we done that. We took our chances when they come along. Look, no matter whether you're the best team in the land or the worst team in the land, you're going to have a spell in the game, right? And okay, it wasn't a perfect performance, but at the end of the day, what do you want? We won the game. It doesn't need to be a perfect performance. You take your chances when they come, and we did.
We won convincingly. That's exactly the important thing.
Listen, we've been on a bit of a bad run. You know, okay, it was a good win against Palace, but you know, a good point against Brentford in a way. But we needed this to win, and we won it, and that is all that matters. We got the 3 points. We got a good score line. We're going to this international break. Everyone's happy. Players have got confidence. You know, and now we can go again. And
I think that's the most important thing for me. It's what people fail to understand sometimes is when you're in a run of form like this. And to be fair, I don't think it's as bad as people think it is, because it's 7 games. We've lost 3 games.
And who did we lose to?
We lost to Chelsea, Man City, Aston Villa.
There you go.
We've lost 7 games. We haven't lost away yet. And listen, we're guilty of this. We're guilty of this as well. You know what I mean? But the football isn't looking great. It isn't looking great, right? But we beat Ipswich, Fulham, drew to Brentford.
We beat Ipswich Palace.
So beat Ipswich Palace, drew to Fulham.
And Brentford.
We haven't lost away yet. The football, at times, I'm going to be honest, right? This is tepid.
Yep.
It's tepid. It's fucking vile at times, right? But there is sometimes when you look around that. This is what I see when I look around. When I looked around today, we scored in 58 seconds. Thought brilliant. That's a perfect start. Within 5 minutes, we'd let one in. That is our problem. Yeah. That is our problem. We're not starting games well, right? We are. I'm going to say this now. I think the players are lucky they scored in that 58 seconds, because if that goal goes in 5 minutes, I think that place starts to turn.
Yeah,
if I'm honest.
I was chatting to the guy next to me and I said the first 20 minutes in this fixture are going to be very, very key. You know, we don't want to concede early. We need to come out of the blocks and fire on all cylinders, and we did. And let's be honest, it was a good move for that first goal.
Yeah,
you know, good little football. You know, good 1-2 passing. You know, it's what we needed. And you know, like you said, it was a perfect start. But then we showed where we haven't been starting well in games to concede so early again in the first half. You know, and that is the worry, the way we conceded.
Listen, I'm not worried about the way we conceded. I'm going to be honest with you. The thing I'm worried about with that, because we've got into Todibo in a minute, was Areola. Areola, for me, this season, has been piss poor.
Whoa, right? Okay, listen, let's have it right, because I've heard a lot of criticism for Areola today. I thought he had a good game. Okay, you can point. Yeah, he had a good game.
That was a bit biased.
But he had a good game because listen, right?
He didn't have a good game.
Okay, you can say he could have done better for the goal. He pulled off some fantastic saves, and he pulled off some good saves. But also, every cross, every corner, he came out and he claimed
his box.
Yeah, he didn't flap at anything,
mate. Listen, the goal I think he could have done better with. You know, he's got this habit at the moment of conceding at his near post too often. Right. The real thingy for me in that goal is, why is a player allowed to turn on the edge of the box? There you go. That's the thing. That's what you got to be looking at. That's where the mistake was made. Right, getting beaten in the near post. Keepers shouldn't really get beaten in the near post. Right?
Not from that far out.
No, exactly.
Not from that far.
So you've got to look at him.
I'm not having all this. Keeper shouldn't get beat on near post. There's times when keeper will get beat on near post.
But they shouldn't from that distance.
But not from now.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, like apart from that one thing, and we've said this before, a keeper makes one mistake, it's a goal.
Trying to pass it. Don't forget that one.
All right.
But other than that,
but when it comes to what he did his job in goal, he made some saves. He showed confidence. He claimed crosses, corners, and he was great.
He's been poor. He has been poor.
By his standards.
Yeah, I don't think has been terrible this season. He's just not been up to his level. Yeah. He's not been up. But I want to talk because we sort of skipped over this. The starting lineup, right? That starting lineup came out, and universally, and me included, it was panned. Right? We looked at that and thought, okay, well,
no, we didn't. No,
you didn't praise it either.
No, we didn't. We said
it.
Yeah, in fact, you lot did a reaction to it, and you weren't jumping for joy at it.
Of course not. It's always a risk.
But that's what I'm saying. We didn't. So the starting lineup didn't fill anyone with confidence. A lot of people were shitting all over it. I said I can't see the creativity in it. He pretty much stuck with a similar team that we saw last week against Brentford. And ultimately, that's probably what benefited us because we got to actually see a little bit of consistency, whereas he's changed it so much from week to week to week. We got to come in and have something very similar. Obviously, Alvarez came out.
There's players in that side that they need to be starting. Todibo, we paid a lot of money for him. He needs to be starting.
Well, he's starting.
But he is now.
This is the thing. This is what we called for the other week.
If he'd have gone back to Mavropanos today, then I'd have really started questioning him. If he'd have gone back to him after Brentford, look, I don't think Brentford was a classic game, but we don't do well at Brentford. We don't.
No,
we don't do well there.
No, and we said that in the build-up.
We said this the other day. But look, they scored in the first minute again today. By the way, that's the fourth time on the spin that they scored in the first minute.
Oh, Brentford. Oh, right, yeah. See, so
like we got off to a bad start against Brentford. Listen, I thought it was a tepid game, Brentford. You know what I mean? I thought, but this is what I was trying to make the point at, right? Whoever's the manager, and I know people are gonna pan me because, like, you know, they're gonna say, oh well, if it was David Moyes, you'd be saying this. Listen, and I include Moyes in this. You could be the best manager in the world, If you're losing games and you're not confident in what you're doing, the players, if they're not confident, like Bowen, Paquetá, Kudus, they're not confident. Not confident. So you can have the best attacking side in the world, but if the confidence has been sapped out of them, there's nothing no one can do.
No,
and the best thing you can do is to go and beat a team and all of them players score. I thought Antonio was fantastic today. Well, he was fantastic.
Well, I thought he was good. I think we still saw some Antonioisms. Ultimately, he had a good all-round good performance, but it will do something brilliant, like bully a player off the ball and then put in a poor pass or take a terrible touch.
Like, he almost knocked Ben Johnson into bloody Rose End.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. So, we got to look at both sides. Like I said, overall, he put in the effort. He got himself about. He done well, but them little bits of, what's that? And got a goal. But those little bits of quality, obviously, are the little things that let him down. Like I said, the touch, the pass, that final decision that he has to make. But ultimately, I would stick with him into the next game for Spurs because I think he'll suit that. But honestly, I think once we get it sorted off the bench, I think he's going to be a handful. I really do. And I think that's his role.
Fulcrum was doing it today. I think that would have been a game for Fulcrum, to be honest with you. I think he might have done well in that game.
The funny thing is, when you look back at the game and you look at Antonio's role, he did try and link up the play quite well. At times, he really was.
Yeah, he was good.
He really was.
And do you know who else I thought was brilliant?
Yeah, go and say it.
Thomas Soucek.
Thomas Soucek.
No, listen, Thomas Soucek. I've got
spraying the ball around.
He was, mate. I've never seen him do a little one. You know them ones where he comes towards you, you flick it around the corner and then you go the other way. I've seen him do that today, Thomas Soucek.
But
come on, do you know what? I hate slagging Thomas Soucek off. I don't think he can pass the ball at all. I really don't.
Showed it he could today, though.
He was spraying it around today.
He made some great passes.
He's just such a nice bloke.
Yeah.
He is,
you know what I mean? And I don't want to hate him. I don't want to hate on him. But so I was pleased that he was doing them little flicks around the corner and that, and he's spraying the ball back, he's going left to right, and I was thinking, yes, Tommy. Yes, Tommy.
That's what I'm saying, like, with Soucek. And it's never personal, it's always been the fact of him in midfield. When he has played there, we've lost so much when it comes to control, passing, ball carrying, things like that. But today, he did help control the midfield. Yeah. He was quality, and yeah, I will be the first to stand up and praise him. But I come out and you got Dom going, oh, you see, Thomas Soucek, you slated him, didn't you?
Sean Dyche or Dom?
Dom Dyche. Yeah, you know, he's like, but he's looking at this like, I said to him, you've never criticised the player and then they've gone and had a good game after you've criticised them. I said to him, you called Andy Carroll a donkey. And he gone on and, you know what I mean, had hat-tricks and, you know what I mean, it happens. I hope Thomas Soucek, I hope we see this from him week in, week out now. You know what I mean? I really do.
No, listen, and this is the thing, you know, I see all the trolls in Friday Night Pint and they're talking about what our opinions are. Your opinion's your opinion.
Of course they are.
And it changes, right? This is what I don't like about some people, right? Some people think you've got to have an opinion and you've got to stick to it.
Yeah.
The information changes.
Of course it does.
You know what I mean? Like, you have an opinion. I had an opinion about P. Diddy 10 years ago, but it's fucking different today.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
I never liked him. I never liked him.
Because it fucking changed. The information that you've got about that person changes.
But this is what I'm saying. So a player can play 20 shit games, right? And you slate him for playing those 26 games. Then the 21st, they're brilliant, and everyone goes around, you slated him for those games. Yeah, because he was shit. So now he's good. I'm going to praise him.
The thing
Soucek
is, Dan,
wasn't good last season.
It's a lot like when me and you got a lot of flack for criticising Bowen.
Someone wanted to fight me after last night.
So he's having quite a lot with you, really, doesn't it?
People, but that's what I'm saying. They think because I'm the shorter one, they can have a pop at me. But
no, do you know what I mean? It's the same as when we criticised Bowen. Look, we, at the time when we did criticise Bowen, it was the right thing to do because he wasn't playing particularly well. And then, literally, boom, straight after that, 2 or 3 games after that, he made the name that he is now. Look, it's not coming from me and you criticising him at all, but your opinions change. When you criticise someone or something, if they then change that and make it better, you then have to stand back and go, yeah, you know what, he's done what he's done, and that's what we do.
Yeah.
You know, same with Soucek. A lot of fans don't appreciate Soucek, right? And we all said it. I said it last year. A lot of the time, he shouldn't have been in the side, but he's a key player to the way we play. Same as Antonio.
Yeah, but the thing is, Scott, is in terms of us wanting to progress and play good football, progressive football, he is counterintuitive to that in a lot of ways, his style of play.
Of course it is.
And that's the thing. So if you want to see us play great football, then it means progressing on from Soucek. And Soucek, I said, my mindset was, okay, Soucek has a role in the side. Again, plan B, off the bench, different dimension, more direct. And, you know, obviously at the moment he's starting, and if he keeps playing like that, I'm not going to grumble. But if we're going to progress and evolve and play really good football and ping the ball about, can anyone honestly say that they can see us playing like that with Soucek as a pivotal figure?
But the thing is, as well, you can't do that if Antonio's playing.
Yeah,
you know, this is the thing. But what you've got to remember as well, though, is that if you're going to progress into that side of style of play and that style of team, we've gone from a team that doesn't have the ball for 70% of a match. Yeah, you can't then go, right, well, we're not going to have the ball for 70% of the game, but what we're going to do, we're going to get all these players and then we're going to keep the ball for 70% of the time. It doesn't work like that. You've got to progress slowly. And this is what we're seeing. This is what we said about giving Lopetegui time, is that he wants to play, look, he's defensive-minded, as we said, a bit like Moyes, but he wants to play a bit more possession-based. Right? So this is what I think, in a way...
I do take a bit of flack for that, because like not to you, but like the manager, possession based should be keeping the ball in any area. We go from back to front, back to front, back to front, over and over and over
exactly.
again.
Yeah, getting your possession stats up in your own half isn't.
But it's not. So this was the thing to me, and this was the thing with the first half. It was a lot of sideways, backwards. I think at one point we went from Areola to Wan-Bissaka, right over to Emerson, right back way to Wan-Bissaka.
Would be good in this team, Declan Rice.
but
leave off.
But what you've got, what it is that when you look at that and look at the passes, the front three didn't move.
No,
they're all standing still, and that's a criticism of the first half.
Do you know why they don't move? Because they know it ain't coming.
Yeah, but the whole idea of playing possession based, you see City, right? City, they ping the ball left, right, sideways, yeah. And what they're doing, they're forward players and they're making a run that way, a run that way. They're waiting for a defender to switch off.
Yeah.
Now, no disrespect to Ipswich, right? They are a championship side that's been promoted. You know, they're going to try, they're going to pick up results, right? They're not a bad team, but the mentality of some of their players, they're going to switch off at moments, and that's the difference between stepping up to the Premier League and all that. And for me, in the first half, Kudus, Bowen and Antonio didn't move enough for that to happen. You know, they were very static. I get what you're saying. You're not expecting the ball to come forward, but the whole principle of playing it across the back side to side is waiting for that moment. Midfielder drops. Oh, hang on, the other midfielder's switched off. He's got a bit of space. Boom, forward. There was a lot of times today when the ball could have come quickly down the left to Kudus. You know, Ben Johnson was tucking inside. Kudus had open space. Took us a long time to work that out.
But that's what I'm saying. Kudus, we see Kudus standing there, and like you said, he had so much space around him. But rather than ping a diagonal ball, we're trying to play it through a crowd. And I don't know why we're not looking to do that and be more direct at times. I think people look at the word direct has always been seen as negative. LaRoute will run long ball. No, direct is trying to play the.
I want to see us play like that.
Yeah,
like we play when we're 3-0 up.
Yeah,
that's what I want to see.
Yeah.
When we're 3-0 up, I want to see him pass it back. You see City do it. You know, City rarely City score more than 3 goals past their opponents. Because once they get past 3, they
take the foot off the gas.
Take their foot off the gas. They keep control of it. They focus on that sort of thing. Before that, they're 100 mile an hour. It's bang, 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 bang. You know what I mean? Like very rarely, it's very rare you see Man City score more than 3 goals.
Definitely.
You look through the results here. Yeah. Because once they do it, that's what they play like. We shouldn't be playing like that at 1-0.
No.
Yeah. We shouldn't be playing like that at 1-0 down against Brentford.
No, of course not.
You know what I mean? So he needs to. That's what we need to do. We need to get to that point where these attacking players are dynamic. They're not dynamic. They're not dynamic at the moment. Yeah. And you've got to stretch the player. We've always done this. We've done this under Moyes as well. We play in sections, so we let them move in sections. So we let the attacking players, before we start attacking, we go, right, we're going on the attack now. Pass it back to Kilman. Pass it back to Thingy. By that time, the whole fucking section's moved back there. They know what's coming now. But you see City, they get the ball and they go bang, 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 3 passes.
But that's the thing. And the thing is, look, we're not City. We ain't got.
We're not City. No, we're
but
not City.
It's just an example.
But the same as Arsenal. Look, listen. No matter what people say, Arsenal were about where we were about 3-4 years ago. They were. About 6th, 7th in the league. What have they done? They've got a manager who knows how to play dynamic football. Because who did he learn under? Pep Guardiola.
Well, it's not been that dynamic lately.
But mate, it does. The thing is, at the end of the day, it does a job, and that's the thing about it. And look, there's a lot of people who are going to watch this and sit there saying,
we're not City.
We're not Arsenal, we're not City, and you've only just beaten Ipswich. But
I'm sorry, but you can see teams like Brentford doing it. I see teams like Fulham doing it.
Brighton,
I see
Villa
Brighton doing it a lot. I see Villa doing it. I see Crystal Palace do it a lot.
Newcastle.
And do you know what?
We are in them. Well, if we ain't, then we're in fucking trouble. But we are in them leagues of them teams. Yeah. Like, we're not Arsenal. We're not City. We're not. I'm going to say Man United, but we definitely are Man United. And I think we're in the same league as Tottenham as well.
Yeah. You know what I mean? I'm with you, mate.
We're not Chelsea. We haven't got that £1 billion players. But you know, you can't turn around and say, "Oh well, we're not them teams," because people like. You know, you should be aspiring to be like them.
Yeah.
You know, mate, people like Villa. Look at Villa. Yeah. Villa, before Emery took over, were below us. Mate, they were below us. They was going down.
And the thing is, that's the worrying thing is when you look at the comparisons, when you look at how Emery's coming.
Villa are unbeatable.
But look at the football we played under like Pardew and Zola. We weren't one of the big boys, but we could play brilliant football.
The mad thing is, though, mate, even when you go back as far as Allardyce. You know, that little spell when we had Sacco and Valencia
the last season under Allardyce,
we played some pretty good football.
Mate, that was
see
brilliant.
It in flashes. We saw it in flashes under Moyes, and we see it in flashes under Lopetegui. You know, today the key thing for me was we had that spell before half time, like we did against Chelsea, but we didn't take our chances. Yeah. Today we took our chance. We got that goal, and that goal changed the whole concept. And then what did we do? Come out in the second half, scored early again.
Yeah,
you know, and that is the key thing. Them moments in a game dictate the game.
When we had that one cleared off the line, when we hit the post, Kudus hit the post, I thought, that was towards the end of the first half. I thought, this ain't going to be our day.
Exactly.
This ain't going to be our day. They're going to come out second half. They're going to score early in the second half. But we did. We got the goal. Unlucky Mickey.
Yeah, he pings the bar and Kudus rises up. And I swear, Soucek was thinking, I'm not going to read this ball. I was just going to be there to cushion Kudus a bit higher up.
He was basically trying to give Soucek credit for the goal. That's what he was trying to do.
No, I'm not. Do you know what I mean? It was one of them.
It's like a lamppost. He's climbing up the lamppost.
He was like trying to say he was like Dirty Dancing, you know.
Is that illegal? You know what? I thought about that the other day. You know when they're in corners, right?
Yeah. I mean, like
in rugby.
In rugby, when they lift
them up. Is that illegal?
Be interesting to see, you know. I don't,
is that illegal?
I can't see why not.
Like if you stood there and I lifted Kudus, like he puts the corner up in here and I got the Kudus right up. Is it illegal? Because I don't know.
I don't know.
But referees in there. Where's Rick Cogger?
He'll tell us.
But do you know what, speaking of corners, one negative I have to say, our corners are fucking shit. Yes. Bowen, I love Bowen. He can't take a corner, mate.
Enough, right? I was watching that corner today. I don't know whether it's a timing issue or whatever, right? They're running in as he's running up to the corner.
Yeah.
You should be letting him take the corner and then running onto the ball. Yeah?
Wait, the thing that does me is...
They run before he's taking it.
Yeah, but to be fair, it's not like he's going to beat the first man anyway. Or he'll play it straight into the keeper's hands, so it don't make a difference.
That's the thing for me. The first corner come in today, and it went straight to the keeper's hands. The keeper caught it comfortably around the crowd players. Second corner, exactly the same thing. You know, I'll tell you a lie. The first corner, he tried to ping it out to Paquetá, didn't he? And it just got intercepted. You know, obviously that's a training ground move, but you know, after that, he was thinking. One thing I will say about corners today, Kalvin Phillips finally found a West Ham player with a pass. Fucking amazing, isn't it?
He was. He got slated in our corner, didn't he?
It wasn't as bad as it could have been.
He weren't great.
He had a little grin on his face.
He did. He took it well. He took it. He knew what was coming. As he was literally coming to pick up the ball, he just heard the jeers and he just laughed to himself.
Yeah.
Look, at the end of the day, it's all banter.
Oh, do you know what, right? Listen, I didn't like Kalvin Phillips in the West Ham shirt. I really didn't, right? But
he hated him.
I look at that guy now, yeah. And
I liked him in any shirt, but
Scott said
that was for Kalvin.
That was for Kalvin. Scott said to me last season, he's never having Kalvin Phillips. I said, no, he's a quality player. Listen, Kalvin's had a long fall from grace. Yeah, from England and Man City to now playing for fucking Ipswich Town. And that's no disrespect to Ipswich Town. But when I look at him, I feel sorry for him. Because I know a lot of people are saying it's his own fault. You know, he's taken that upon himself in his career. But it's a long fall from grace for him.
Of course it is. Look, at the end of the day, you see it. These players, they see the razzmatazz of the Champions League and sides like Manchester City. Look, he ain't the first one to go there and ruin his own career.
Yeah.
You know, we were sitting there chatting during the game. You know, Rodwell, Scott Sinclair. You know, there's plenty of players that have gone there and done it. And sometimes you just got to, you know.
What's his name? The geezer who used to play with Blackburn. Striker. Roque Cruz. Santa Cruz. He's Roque Santa Cruz.
Yeah,
he's at Villarreal now.
Yeah.
He went to Villarreal after.
He's
I'm sure he did.
15
Villarreal. But I think Ipswich is a good move for him, and you know it's a good place. And if he can really gets his head down, he can make something.
I wanted to go over to the day and I wanted to get him by the scrub and say, look, 2 years ago he was England international. Come on, fucking set me, but I didn't want to do it for the game. You know what I mean?
This is going to sound really disrespectful to Ipswich, but as I said, he's a championship player.
Yeah, he is. Yeah,
and that's what it all boils down to. He had one good season in the Championship, one good season in Premier League, and he played well for England because Declan Rice was playing.
I think he's Premier League player, maybe not to the level that Man City or even a West Ham. Maybe that an Ipswich in the Premier League or a team that's trying to stay up.
So a team that gets promoted out of Championship and is more than likely going to go back down.
Well, no, a team.
Technically,
I think he could play for a mid-table. I think he could easily play for a wall.
He can't though because he can't play for us.
Yeah,
he can't play for us.
Yeah, that is true. Yeah, we are a
you
mid-table.
said-
But the difference between us and Forest, we have genuine ambition of getting into Europe, right? And a genuine.
So do they.
No, like,
So
come
do they,
on,
yeah.
no.
They want to spend a lot of money. That's a bit.
Oh, come on. Fulham and spent shitloads of money, didn't they, in their time, back before they was going up, and they was Yo-Yo Club, and they were throwing 100 million at it. So Wolves have spent a load of money. Look at them, they can't buy a win. Oh, Gary O'Neill, by the way, the manager that you would rather have over Lopetegui, ain't got a single win, can't buy a win.
Who would you rather have over Lopetegui?
No, you said
Who would you rather have over Lopetegui?
No.
You wouldn't have Lopetegui.
Hold
Who
up.
would you want?
I wanted Fonseca.
Who the fuck's he?
Right, this
I don't know why that just killed me. No, what I'm saying is, you said that you'd rather have O'Neill over
I said
Lopetegui.
Before we appointed Lopetegui, I'd have rather have Gary O'Neill.
Yeah, you'd rather have Gary O'Neill over
I would,
Lopetegui. And look at Lopetegui, he's got 2 wins in the
O'Neill.
Premier League.
Yeah, so
Where's Gary O'Neill?
What?
Gary's in the relegation zone, he can't buy a win.
What, but fucking Vincent Kompany went down with Burnley with about 3 wins and he's
There's
managing
a
Bayern
Bayern
Munich.
Yeah, and he just lost to bloody Aston Villa in the Champions League with Bayern Munich. So there you go. But I just had to. I see that result today, and I was like, Gary,
Gary O'Neill's a good man.
you still taking him?
He's still learning. That's the thing. He's learning.
If got the sack, if they appointed him, I wouldn't be against.
Nah, not for me. But
we're talking in
let's hope Lopetegui, doesn't get sacked, because if he gets sacked, then he's done a crap job. But ultimately, substitutions wise, some of the players, I thought Somerville has been a bit hard done, but I would like to see him come on a bit early, because I think he is a really good player.
Yeah, exactly. It was good to see young Brazilian kid as well today.
Yes.
I don't know if you heard of it. I found him in the cupboard on the way there. They must have opened the fucking
I completely
the
forgot.
boot room and we can come out. Fucking I've been in here for 6 weeks.
Yeah, we have to try and find a way to get this kid minutes and get him time, because he has got that pace that we desperately lack. If we can get him in, and I said in a video, I pray he turns out to be our Duran.
Do you know what, right? I'm going to tell you now. I watched him as he come on, because I looked over and I thought, who the fuck's that? Right? And I looked over and I see him coming on.
Dad was calling for Irvine to come on.
And I didn't even...
I would like to have seen it.
I would like to but they was warming him up on the sideline, and as he was coming on, I don't know whether anyone noticed it, but Lopetegui put his arm around him, tapped him on the shoulders, give him a word of encouragement in his ear,
Yeah.
and said that he must be struggling. He must be struggling with the pace of the Premier League, and he's probably just turned around and said to him, "Get some minutes, son. Get some minutes.
Go and enjoy
belt."
yourself.
And like,
How can he be struggling with the pace of the Premier League? I don't know if he's played any minutes in the Premier League.
you can struggle in training, mate.
Exactly.
Like, it's a big. He's 18 years old. The kid. Is he 18, 19?
I think so, yeah.
It's going to be tough for him moving over here on his
It
own.
might be something to do with settling.
Settling, yeah, he's got to settle.
You're far away from home, and I think it was just a little word of encouragement. Come on, son. This is where you started now. Let's get you some minutes.
And the mad thing is, when you say stuff like that, when we were talking last night on Friday Night Pint about club captains, things like that, this is where you need your senior players like Emerson and Paquetá, to Paquetá, another Brazilian international, bring him into the front, help him settle. That's where you need your senior players to sort of help these players settle in. Because look, the kid's got a bright future. He's highly rated. He didn't really have a lot of time to do anything today. He played his pass. He got 100% pass completion rate. So
good pass.
It's good.
It's just vital experience.
But also, it's good that we can have. We were in a situation where we could bring him on and give him the minutes.
Yeah.
That is the thing, and that what made this result very important.
Yeah, I want to see us give youth more of a chance. Obviously, he's not an academy player. He hasn't come up and through the ranks, and I would like to see more of them players get minutes. But we got to see a young player come on who could be a key player for us in the future. Like I said, with his pace going forward, because like I said, we do lack so much of that, and a lot of our forward line is aging. But I want to speak on Jared Bowen, because we spoke about him on Friday Night Pint last night. Got dropped for an England team. We talked about the captaincy affecting him, and again, I was never a believer that a bit of fabric is going to affect you. He come out, and I think he responded to that drop-in. He responded
to your criticism.
Well, listen, this is the funniest thing. Someone wanted to fight me over criticising him. I was the least critical because I said all of our attackers have been poor.
They have.
Yeah, exactly. Not just him. So, but he responded. He stepped up and he put in a captain's performance today. He got the assist. He caused chaos. He got his goal. And yeah, I'm happy for him. He's still crap on corners, but he's great up top. It's like, do you remember Pint?
Great finish. That was a great finish.
Yeah, that was a Bowen finish. Yeah, and the pass for Antonio's goal.
He needed that today. Being dropped from England, he just needed that, and
he could probably do with the time off. I told you last night. Yeah, he could probably do with a bit of time off. England dropping. Listen, I think that fucking. I'll be honest with you. I think that. What's his name?
Lee Carsley.
He's a fucking bit of a clown, really. He lost me as soon as he didn't sing the national anthem. I know he's Irish. I know he's an Irish.
To be fair, he came out and turned around and said, and I'm a lot with you. I think he's
lost me. He cannot manage England now. He cannot be England manager.
Yeah, Declan Rice is an Irish international and he sings it.
But that's the thing. For me, when you play you're in the coach's team, whatever nationality you are, you sing the national anthem of the team you're there for, right? Sven-Göran Eriksson done it.
Yep. Capello sang it.
And
Jack Charlton sang theirs.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm with that. But Carsley come out and said when he played for Ireland, he didn't really sing the Irish national anthem because he was in the zone. For me, it's a load of shit. I'm sure Gary Neville was one that didn't really sing national anthems and stuff like that. I don't like that. You're playing for your country, you're representing your country, or you're representing a country.
I don't like players not singing it.
I'm with you, 100%.
Players not singing it, but there are some players that are reserved. I remember Darren Anderton never used to sing it. I remember Steve McManaman barely.
Yeah, but then you just do that.
Exactly, you mime it, so you look like it.
They'll do like that.
Yeah.
And then you go to fucking Tony Adams, he's fucking got his chest out, he's belting it out.
Mate, that Euro 96 national anthem with Adams, what was it? Adams, Pearce,
Shearer.
Ince, Shearer, Sheringham,
Right, and that's what I like, yeah? But if Darren Anderton was the England manager, I'd say...
it's got nothing to do.
Because
nothing to do with.
You're the leader. You're the leader.
Right.
But the thing is, and listen, I'm not the big super patriot guy or whatever. But what I believe is that if you're the manager, and because of your allegiances to who you played for is so strong that you won't sing the national anthem, then don't manage England. If there's
he's been the England under 21 manager for God knows how long.
It's nothing to do with his allegiance to Ireland. Like that. It's not.
Bullshit. I'm not having that. If you're the England manager, don't care if you play for Ireland, don't care if you play for Germany, and you're in a German international with 150 caps, and you've knocked England out of everything. If you're the England manager, if Jurgen Klopp took over tomorrow, you better belt out that.
Yeah, but no.
As soon as you don't, I don't care if it's against Ireland, don't care if it's against Germany. As soon as you don't, you've lost me.
It's not catchy though, is it? I think we need a new song.
Ain't even picked a left back. In the whole squad.
Listen, the geezer's got the job for 6 games, and it's 6 games that England should win every single game. So if he's then given the job after that, there's something going wrong.
Yeah, we know there's a problem there, but yeah,
the thing for me, as we're talking about England, how we've got to this international break, so that's how we've gone to it. But the thing for me is that fact that when you see a country like the USA get a manager like Pochettino, and no disrespect to Carsley, we're getting Carsley.
Yeah, who the fuck's Carsley?
Do you know what I mean? Listen, there's managers out there of a bet, and people will turn around and say that, we've had top managers of good pedigree and we didn't win nothing, But at the end of the day, you've got a very, very good squad of players at this English level. We have underachieved as a side by not winning a trophy under Gareth Southgate. We have underachieved with the players that we've got. Yeah, we now need a manager that's going to go on and win a trophy because
it
ain't Lee Carsley.
There you go.
I really, really hope
maybe it's David Moyes.
In 2 years' time, this video comes back to haunt me and you.
Yeah.
I'd love that, but
So Bowen, happy for him. Hopefully he can kick on from here because we'll need him because he's one of our best players.
As I said last night, it's always a danger when a new manager takes over. Listen, he's not in great form.
No.
That's one thing I would agree with him. He's not in great form. He should be picked. If he's being picked, there's a problem.
Yeah, exactly. You're
in better form.
But that's what we don't want. We don't want our players picked when they're not in good form. We want them to have that fight and feel like they have to scratch and claw for it and play their way into the team. And it's the same way with the West Ham team. You don't want players just feel like their position is a given. You want players fighting for their positions.
And this is what we touched on when we spoke about Kudus the other week, having a falling out with Lopetegui. You know, at the end of the day, you don't want a player to come off the pitch happy to be coming off the pitch. You want to, no, I want to stay on. Boss, I want to play. I can do better. I can do this. Do you know what I mean? If a player walks off the pitch and is like, I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
The thing is,
You know, he's not playing for the club.
I was looking at this the other day, and we were talking about the Kudus thing the other day. Things like that happen every day.
Yep.
Every day, every game.
Yeah.
Without a doubt.
And it's so important
People
that
fighting in the training ground
From
every single day.
any level of football.
Yeah, any level. Yeah, people are fighting in the training ground every single day. Someone's having a row with a manager every single day. Every day it happens. You just don't hear about it. Every day there's someone to go and watch a rival team because their mate's playing for them. They just won't get caught out on the day. It happens every single day.
Yeah.
The worrying thing is that someone decided to leak it.
Yeah, there's a scumbag in that dressing room.
I hope, and I've said this for years, yeah, and I've got friends that make a living from that sort of thing, yeah. But I hope that they catch this rat because Lopetegui, I've heard, is releasing the team late purposely.
Yeah.
So it can't get leaked.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. If that's what you want, you don't want a leak in the
Yeah.
dressing room.
He's got to crack down on that leak, right?
I'll be honest with you.
It's got to be a kit man.
But I'll be honest with you.
Man.
The amount of money these players and staff earn.
Staff don't earn fuck all.
Well,
Some of them.
I'm
They
saying
earn good money,
compared to us, they earn good money.
it's either a kit man or it's one of the English players that have been there a while. I'll say that.
Aaron Crystal.
Creswell, Antonio, like I said, I'm not directly accused, but I'm saying that would be.
It's got to be someone like
It'd
that.
be someone like that if it isn't a kit man or whoever
It's
else is
every
in
year
there.
when the bunch of players go, that sort of, and you want to see if the league stops.
Yeah,
Exactly.
we'll see. We'll
We're
see.
down to a couple now.
Yeah.
We're down to a couple.
Well, let's look at it this way. Next season, I don't think Antonio and Creswell will be here. So if the league stop, we know. If it don't stop, sack all the kit men. Sorry, kit men.
Someone's leaking information. It's probably Antonio Finger.
Yeah.
And he's getting them all set.
The kit man seems like a lovely bloke for West Ham. He seems like a great bloke. But if he's leaking it, you're a scumbag. But I'm not accusing you. But he said the kit man.
Thing is, it's one of those, like, as much as, look, if you think of that when we used to find out when the team was announced, what the team was going to be, it's not much different from the time now that they have to release the team.
No, yeah, of course.
You know, so it's not
But
going
they
to
did
have
before,
that.
Scott. They used to
Oh, yeah.
release it at like fucking 10
Yeah.
o'clock in the morning.
But it,
9 o'clock in the
yeah,
morning. And
but that's-
it gives the other team a chance to prepare.
Yeah, of course it does. Of course it does. But you know, at the end of the day, it's one of the things. It's part and parcel of football. Look, it's
Every
linked
club
to
has
it.
it.
Exactly.
That's what I would say. Every club
It's not
has
just
it.
us.
So-
Yeah, I just don't know the incentive for people to leak things unless you're getting them paid. But if you're a player, there's no one can pay you enough money than compared to what you're earning.
Some people don't need paying. It's the fact that I know. And I'm going to tell you that I know.
Yeah, some people just like
Some
telling people.
just like it.
Yeah.
That's the way it is.
So listen, let's hope none of that affects it. Could have scored, which was good, a good response because everyone thought, there's all troubles. He played good. I still don't like him on the left. He eventually
he's
did.
playing on the right
He
now.
did. Yeah, eventually did make it back on the right later on. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see like how he plays it, but that is the closest I think to the same team that he played in the previous week. So we'll see.
It was exactly the same.
Exactly the same
No,
thing.
because Rodriguez started this week.
Yeah, last week.
Who
Did
started?
he?
Yeah, against Brentford, mate. It's the same team.
I thought he suspended.
I'm-
No, he was on the bench this week.
I'm sure this is the first time we've had the same 11 to start back to back. I could be wrong.
Let me talk about Todibo.
Yeah.
Let me talk about Todibo because Todibo, he was getting a lot of praise on the fan cams, mate. I thought, head and shoulders, he was the best player on the pitch. No, do you know what? No, I'm not going to say head and shoulders, but he was the best player.
He had a really, really good game. He was solid. You know, he made his tackles well. He showed his strength. It was
Big old lump.
He's a lump. You know, and that's what you need. You know, his time with his tackles was really good. He tried to bring the ball out from the back, which is good to see.
Do you know what? That is exactly what I was going to say. That bit when he dribbled out, I told him, keep him going.
Keep going.
Keep him going. Don't stop.
Yeah, he's got it in him. He's got it in him.
But this is the thing, and it's now good because that's 2 games back to back. Him and Kilman have had a partnership.
Yeah.
You know, and this is what we were saying like before. We need these partnerships to flourish,
Yeah.
to grow.
If he started against Chelsea over Mavropanos, I think that's a different game. Because, I
don't know, mate.
No, you can't say that, Scott, because you go back and look at all 3 goals. Yeah. Mavropanos is in no man's land with no chance of getting him back.
Wan-Bissaka and look at the position in the midfield.
But people praising Wan-Bissaka. I didn't think Wan-Bissaka started great, to be honest.
What?
He's not. No, I didn't.
What do you mean? He made that fucking brilliant tackle in the corner.
Tackle, but I don't think. Listen to what I'm saying. I don't think he started great.
The problem is, I think.
Yeah, but he had a good game overall.
But you can see, I saw flashes of it today. You see that what we're trying to do is push Emerson and Wan-Bissaka on, and the holding midfielder drops and becomes a third centre half. You saw that with Rodriguez a lot of the time, and you've seen it in other games where Alvarez does it. The thing for me is that when Alvarez plays and Rodriguez plays together,
they both drop it.
No, they don't. One will drop, right, and Rodriguez don't get far forward. But then Alvarez would be up chasing down the goalkeeper or something like that.
Big gap in the middle.
That's it. And I think that's what you saw at Chelsea. That gap was too big. You know, you can't. You've got to have. It's the old scenario of your holding midfielder drops back into that. If you're going to push your fullbacks on, drops back into the 3 or plays like a crab side to side.
It was very interesting that he brought Soler on for the left wing ahead of Somerville, who is our only actual legit left winger. I think Guilherme is a left winger, but Somerville, he put Soler on the left.
I don't understand.
That's a weird one for me.
I sort of think he brought Soler to go in the middle and Paquetá to go out the left, but Paquetá chose not to go out on the left.
He really
because he did the same against Brentford and he went out on the left.
Soler.
Yeah.
Why would Paquetá go? Nah, I'm not.
Hey, maybe he's got a bit of chemistry with Emerson. You don't know.
Yeah, but the manager tells you, right, this is what I want to do. You can't just go, nah, I'm not doing that. That's what I'm saying. So I guess maybe he did think that Somerville is a little bit lightweight and maybe he wanted something.
I do think there's probably games where Somerville shouldn't start, but today it's a game where Somerville could have played.
Yeah, easily, and that's what I'm saying. He's got the legs, he's got the skill, he's got the control, and he is a left winger. And Kudus isn't. Soler isn't.
Up then, boys. Thank you to the Sports Bar and Grill at Canary Wharf for hosting us today. Come down, join them on Saturday. It's buzzing out there today.
Yeah.
Play darts, come play pool. Come and join us for a post-match. Not join us, but you know what I mean.
Come and see us.
Come and see us as we're doing post-match pint after the game, straight after the games here at Canary Wharf. Thank you very much for our hosts. Summary? Do you know what I'm going to summarise? I'm going to do it.
Go on.
Much needed.
Yes.
Was that summary?
That is a summary.
That's
and you know what
a
I've liked
statement
as well, right? I've liked. We're all happy.
Yeah.
So this is the happiest post-match pint we've had for a while. So
all season,
yeah.
Can't complain.
Because we've been in here for 3 fucking losses.
Yeah. Like I said this to Brian. Spurs for me is big because this is the London derby, West Ham Spurs. No matter what situation we've been in, we turn up for that game. They like to call it our cup final. We take derby seriously. I want to see if this group of players and this manager can have us put in a performance against Tottenham away, because that is something that we're used to seeing.
Yeah.
So let's see if the players know what it means.
I don't know. There wasn't a performance against Tottenham away last season, man. That was.
We drew. Well, but we still got the result.
I get what you're saying, Dan. It's a bit like what we were saying the other week about the London derby, that type of thing.
Yeah, we want to see that. We see Nolan the other night was talking about how he got the importance of the derby, and then he inherited the hatred of Spurs, and as the captain he always wanted to beat Spurs. Are there players in there that understand that? Bowen must understand that with the family that he's connected to.
Antonio definitely understands.
Which is why I think Antonio should start that game.
And this is the thing for me: the confidence, the good performance that Antonio put in, the fact he got his goal. It's good leading into that Spurs game because Antonio is one of them players that raises his game for the Spurs game.
As the international break come at the wrong time.
Yeah, I mean, it kind of is now. We've got that big win. The confidence is going to be riding high. It would be great to just go again and play again. But at the same time, it gives us that little bit more time for the players that ain't going away. Rest up and then get an extra training session. Lopetegui can look at that game and plan, and then we can go into it. So there's pros and cons, I think.
Yeah, exactly, mate. Certain players need the rest, but as I said, Owen, I think, could do with the rest. You know, I know we're going to lose probably Alvarez if they're playing internationals. I'm not too sure because I haven't checked. But you know, like you said, it's come at a wrong time, but in some respects, for some players, come at the right time. And Bowen's one of the players who thinks it's the right time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it, mate.
Okay. Thank you very much for joining us on this edition of West Ham Fan TV's post-match point. Go and check out the offer today. Oh yeah, I forgot about to mention the fan team offer. We've all picked a team on fan team, so go and sign up for that. If you'd have signed up before kick-off today, you've got 4 tickets. 4 tickets for the rest of the weeks to play the Big Pick 6. So look, go and sign up now because it still carries over to the Tottenham game and the Man United game and the
After Man United.
Forest
game.
There we go.
So it goes over to them 4 games as well. So do not miss out. Go and play the Big Pick 6 for your chance to win £10,000. But listen, we're going to reveal the loser because it all starts tomorrow on the preview on Wednesday. And whoever loses this is in a forfeit, and we're going to reveal that on Wednesday as well.
It'll be fun.
Yeah.
It'll be fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. But thank you very much, as I said, to the Sport Bar and Grill. Go and check out all the fan cams. I'll be back tomorrow with them all in after the game before. Happy?
Do you promise?
Mate. Very happy.
I promise, yes, I promise. As long as this goes up in good fucking time, you know what I mean?
Well, it takes me fucking ages to get home from here, honestly.
Right, so I'll be back tomorrow with the game before. We'll be building up, well, we won't be building up to nothing. As I said before, there's no Friday Night Pint this week, but there will be an interview with Kevin Nolan at the end of the week.
Great interview. Brilliant.
Yeah, it's absolutely fantastic at the Brewdog. So thank you very much. One thing left to say.
Come on, you
Irons.